Hey everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Eatin' with Joe. Today we go north to Alaska, home of Alaskan king crab. That's right everybody, welcome back to Eatin' with Joe. Today we kick off our first of 50 states. And as we take you along our tour, we're going to eat some of the most iconic foods from each state. Today, like I said, we're going north to Alaska, home of Alaskan king crab. There's nothing else quite like it. And when they say king crab, I mean king crab. King crab. Each of these legs is just under a pound. They're about 15 ounces each. And we got 3 of them here. Before we go any farther, I just want to remind you, if you're enjoying what you see, please remember to subscribe below, like us, share us, make comments as you see fit. We'll take them all. So we're trying 3 of these just under 1 pound crab legs today. We got a few other things too. We have some salmon seafood chowder, unbelievable, with Alaskan wild caught salmon. We have some sourdough bread to go dipping in the chowder. And then now we have a twice baked potato to kind of round it all out. So we got a whole lot of food to get to, as you can see on your screen right now. So let's get to it. Before we go too far, you got to have the tools for the trade. Sometimes you can just crack these things. Oh man. And sometimes, once you get in there, and you got just a little bit of shell, you need the crackers, you need the tools. Oh yeah, this is gonna be unbelievable. There you go. Look at that. That is a huge hunk of meat. Look at that. Boy, this is a lot of crab. This is a whole lot of crab. I might have bit off a little bit more than I can chew. And then you just kind of take what you can get and just keep cracking away. Shells are a little bit soft. Oh boy, look at that. That is king crab. Other tools to the trade. A little pry bar on one end, a little fork on the other. Get those big shells. You can just force it all out there. Look at this. Look at that. Yeah, baby. King crab, snow crab, whatever. So easy to make. They're pre-steamed, pre-cooked, and then flash frozen and sent here. They pretty much do that anywhere in the 48 states. All you gotta do, wrap them in tin foil, put them on a baking dish, oven at 350 for about 20 minutes. They're steamed to perfection. They're fully cooked. We're gonna get rid of these shells. Man, these are just awesome. Let's keep going. Let's finish up this leg before we move on to the chowder. Now obviously, you can see there's sharp bits on there. So if you have delicate hands, you're going to want to use the tools a little more. Got some pointy bits at the end of the legs, but you can navigate them easy enough. Let's see what we can do here. Oh, we're gonna have to crack this again. Nope. Need that tool, man. Don't be afraid to use the tool. Oh, look at that. This brings me to a happy place. Happy place. Let's use that tool a little more. Look at this. Here it comes. Oh, there's the payoff. Look at that. Snow crab. You get a little bit more for your buck. A little more fun too. They're smaller, they have more legs. King crab's a little more expensive typically. And the big ones like this, man. So now we got one of the connections here. This really needs the tool to go after. Oh yeah. Look at this. There's meat hidden all throughout, every bit of the leg. Tell you what, I'm even going to put some in this chowder. Let's do that. Look at that. We're just making a on-the-field decision. Calling an audible. Crab into the chowder. All right. There's leg number one. Let's count them down. All right, here goes a crab in the chowder. Oh man. Oh, that is heaven. All right. Time for a little sourdough dipping. Got to get up above here. Got to get a bird's eye view. All right, that's enough of the sides. Let's get back to the legs. So a couple years ago, we were lucky enough to get on a cruise from Seattle up through the southern part of Alaska and back down. And while Alaska wasn't exactly on the top of our list for places we want to see, it ended up being one of our most memorable trips. Obviously, part of what made it so memorable was the scenery, the wildlife, looking at the glaciers and everything like that. But another big part of it was the food. At different ports of call, we would get off the boat and go check out the local restaurants, and they have the freshest seafood. Everything's caught that same day for dinner. Everything you have for dinner is caught that same day and brought in and prepared that afternoon. Unreal. We had seafood chowders, we had different slabs of halibut and different whitefish up there. And of course we had king crab. Oh, here we go. Our first port of call was Skagway. And we got off the boat and we could have done a bunch of touristy things like lumberjack shows or things of that nature. We went right for the restaurant. We beat the crowds. Got right in line, got a table, and we had some of the best crab and different seafood that we've ever had. There we go. Look at the size of that leg. That is huge. Here we go. Look at that. Oh my God. That right there is like a fillet. I mean, that's like 3 ounces just itself. Oh. Let's get back to this bad boy. God, it's dripping down my arm. It's getting everywhere. This is so good. Look at that. Even at the very tip. Big old chunk of crab. It is getting everywhere. It's so good. You don't need the hammer for these. Sometimes you see people whacking on it with a mallet, some restaurants. Not these. Just crack them and go. Yeah. Another thing we did on this Alaska cruise, got off at one of the ports. We were there for maybe, I don't know, 4 or 5 hours. Did some shopping, tried the local beers, and took a train ride up into the hills. It's the only way in and out of these places other than plane. You can't take a car there. Literally, there aren't any highways. So it's either plane or train. So that was pretty cool. Yeah, buddy. Oh my God. These are huge. I mean, each of these is a pound. And it's not like the shells have a whole lot of weight. It's all meat. All right, let's get back into this. One of our ports of call was Juneau, which is the capital. Kind of a small city for a state capital, but it is Alaska. It's not like a lot of people live there. Anyway, Juneau is the home of the Alaskan Brewing Company. So as we like to do when visiting other places, we gave that a try. And of course, everybody else who was visiting Juneau at the time, it's not like there's a lot to do. So everybody else that was visiting Juneau at the time decided to go when we did. So the crowds were kind of huge. The place is kind of small. The beer was kind of good, but it was local. It was beer. So we enjoyed it. I'm popping this stuff that I find in this part of the leg right into the chowder, because it's really flaky and falls apart. It doesn't really stay together like the big long pieces you pull out of the leg. So that's what we're doing. I think it's a genius decision myself. I didn't plan on that ahead of time. Again, we called an audible. God, that's unbelievable. Let's keep going. Let's hammer these things. All right, that's 2 legs down. It's about 2 pounds of crab. Shall we make it 3? Hello? Hello? Look at that. Look at that. Sometimes you gotta get mean, you gotta get after it. But it pays off. I think we took the meat out of this one already. Last little bit of the leg. Here we go. Oh yeah, look at that. Oh, fantastic. Let's go this part. Just gonna slide that right out. Look at that. My compliments to the chef. Why take because you gotta have vegetables, right? So that's done. Chowder's about done. This last little piece. How about that? Oh, last little bit of crab in the chowder. A little bit more potato. I think that's about it, folks. Thanks for joining us on our trip to Alaska. Yeah, buddy. Oh my God. If you're enjoying what you see, please remember to subscribe below, like us, share us, make comments as you see fit. We'll take them all.